Good morning and warm welcome to one and all who are present here in the inaugural session of 1 week faculty development program organized by Postgraduate Department of Commerce, Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi. Myself, Professor S. O. Halsgi, the Chairman and Course Director, take this opportunity to welcome one and all. I feel proud and privileged to welcome and present before you Professor M. Ramchandra Gowda Sir, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rani Chennamma University, who is instrumental and real strength in organizing this faculty development program. We have with us Professor Basuraj Padmashali Sir, the Registrar of University, who has motivated us in this venture. I heartily welcome you, sir. We have with us Professor S. M. Urkadli, the Registrar of Evaluation, and Professor D. N. Patil, Finance Officer. I heartily welcome both of you, sir. We are very much supported by our senior professors of commerce and advisors to this program, Professor H. Y. Kamble sir, Professor S. B. Akash, Professor B. S. Navi. I heartily welcome you, sirs, to this inaugural program. We are also supported by Dr. Jayappa, Special Officer to Vice Chancellor. I heartily welcome Dr. Jayappa sir also. I am also happy to welcome our department young and dynamic faculties who are the organizing conveners of the program, Sri G. R. Sachindra, Srimati Ashwini Jamuni and Srimati Yashwini Nadaf, who are supported by co-conveners Sri Manjunatha K. and Dr. Mukund Mundragi of PG Center Vijaypura and Sri Mallikarjuna Maradi, PG Center Jamkandi. Welcome to one and all. We have with us technical supporting team Sri Santosh, Srimati Reshma Dange and Sri Rachaya and Assistant Sri Iranna. I heartily welcome one and all to this inaugural session. At the outset, we have various objectives to this program. A few important among them are: number one, to enable the participants to formulate an apt research design, including defining the research problem, review of literature, identification of research gap, and setting up the objectives. Number two, to incorporate qualitative and quantitative research methods, imparting capabilities for formulating and testing of hypothesis 2. Number three, to comprehend appropriate statistical software packages used in the research. And last but not the least, to develop capacity for planning and writing thesis, publishing and updating the research. Respected participants, let me in brief how we are going to sketch this program for 7 days for faculty development program. Number one, every day we upload 2 videos of eminent scholars which would be available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the web link circulated to registered candidates. Number two, all the sessions have been systematically organized and arranged, which takes you to the journey of research methodology. Each session is followed by 10 multiple choice questions in the Google form based on session topic. All the registered candidates should answer every day within 8 p.m. by uploading the Google form. It is compulsory, without which e-certificates shall not be issued. Our team at the university is always ready to serve you at any point of technical difficulties. If there are any specific questions about the topic, you please send mail to us, which would be directed to respective resource persons and would be answered through email only. Your kind cooperation in conducting this faculty development program is expected in the best interest of learning process. Thank you one and all. With these few words, I wish all the best and request the Registrar of University, Professor Basuraj Padmashali sir, for his few words.
Good morning one and all. My dear official colleagues, Professor S. M. Urkadli, Registrar Evaluation, Finance Officer, Professor D. N. Patil, organizer of this 1 week faculty development program, Professor S. O. Halsgi, the faculty members of Department of Commerce, and I also would like to say good morning to all of you, the dear participants from various states. I heard that 25 states participants have been participating in this faculty development program. I congratulate you, and I would like to congratulate Professor S.O. Alsagi, who has taken a little bit risk in arranging this FDP program. At the outset, it is a great pleasure that Department of Commerce has conducting this faculty development program, and they are very instrumental in arranging this type of programs, seminars, and faculty development workshops. And one more thing is that our Vice Chancellor, so he is the backbone behind every academic activity of the university. At the outset, in his absence, I would like to thank Professor Ramchandra Gowda for giving the opportunity to Department of Commerce for arranging this faculty development program. Really, this type of online faculty development program is very new. We used to listen that there will be online meeting using Skype, etc., and other ICT technologies. But the thing is, Corona has made it true. So because of this coronavirus, we have been indulged in taking online courses, and then online classes, faculty development programs, seminars, webinars, etc. Thanks to Corona, because it has learnt us a very new way of life, including the academic activities. And I thank all the faculty members of Department of Commerce. They have taken some risk, calculated risk, to arrange this faculty development program. At the outset, university would like to thank all of you, the participants, for attending this faculty development program. One thing I would like to suggest for all the participants is that we are living with Corona now. So be safe and take some measures to combat this virus. And at the same time, since we are living with Corona, just try to help the mankind, surrounding society, apart from this academic activities. So you try to help the doctors, try to help the police people, try to help the government, and try to help the humanity in general. And being part of humanity, humanitarian society, so we should help the some surrounding society also to combat against this virus. And I thank all of you for participating in this faculty development program. Hope there are many speakers who will give you a very good information regarding this faculty development program. And I hope all of you will benefit surely to the 100%. And this is one occasion where you can show it to your TAS program also. On behalf of Rani Chennamma University and on behalf of my official colleagues, I congratulate Department of Commerce and all of you for participating in this faculty development program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words to the Department of Commerce and all the participants spread all over the country. Now it is the right time to move to our Honorable Vice Chancellor to listen to the inaugural address by Professor M. Ramchandra Gowda, sir. Thank you.
My colleagues in the university, Registrar Administration, Basaraj Padmashali, Registrar Evaluation, Professor Urkadli, Special Officer, Professor M. Jayappa, Finance Officer, Professor Patil, Professor Alsagi, Chairman, Department of Commerce, Rani Chennamma University, and all my senior colleagues, Professor Kamble, Akash, and all my colleagues in the department, conveners, co-conveners, technicians, and all above teacher participants who have shown interest in the faculty development program organized by our Commerce Department, Rani Chennamma University. I heartily congratulate and welcome you for the 1 week faculty development program. At the outset, during Corona period, my department, colleagues in the department actually they ventured very good by organizing 1 week faculty development program, particularly on research methodology. So definitely this process helps many researchers are doing research in commerce. As you know, our university is actually 10 years old. We are celebrating decennial celebrations established in 2010, and more than 385 institutions are there. And we have 3 PG centers, one in Bijapur and Bagalkot and Jamkandi. And we offer UG, PG and PhD programs in the department. And also Sangolli Rayanna First Grade College, which is a constituent college located in Belgaum. The theme on which the faculty development program has been planned in research methodology in commerce. I basically, being a commerce professor, feel proud about the area. The efforts and the planning made by the department on webinar are online. So because of this corona effect, so otherwise would have been organized in the department by inviting you all personally to our green campus. I also feel happy that the program would add one more feather to Rani Channamma University, which is celebrating, as already told, decennial celebrations. See, actually, I taught commerce subject for almost 34 years. I started my career in 1986, and I guided almost 13 PhDs already taken, and I have a research experience of 27 years. I wish I am able to throw light on present topic, research methodology in commerce. So actually, commerce education is a living and unique discipline. It has distinct features when compared to other disciplines. Hence, it must charter new routes to service the aspirations of the nation, the economic development of the country. To meet the growing needs of the society, there is a greater demand for sound development of commerce education in Indian universities. So commerce is actually, now it is treated as a professional course. So therefore, we should get the tag of professional course shortly, just like engineering, medicine, law, etc. The commerce stream operates with legal, economic, political, social, cultural and technological systems that are in operations in any country. So thus commerce is a system or an environment that affects the business prospects of an economy. It can also be defined as a component of business, which includes all activities, functions and institutions involved in transferring goods from producer to consumers. So commerce education actually, we suppose if we see the history in India, almost 130 years back, commerce education introduced in India. As we know, earlier commerce actually generated from economics. Only economics professors were actually teaching with little knowledge of about accountancy and other things. So now commerce discipline has grown to beyond our expectations, and so it is introduced as a discipline in all the universities in India, more so in Karnataka, and particularly since after globalization. So commerce education is gaining importance day by day, particularly in Karnataka. If you say it's more than 60% of the student belongs to commerce and management education. So therefore, a lot of importance has gained to commerce education. So therefore, as we are teachers, and also you are going to become teachers, or you are going to become researchers, or even if you become administrators also. So one must do some contribution to the field of commerce and banking industry, etc. So commerce is at the moment a promising subject as a whole in the present day world. Almost every human activity is related with the economy, whether in the shape of trade or industry or commerce and banking. So many components of the commerce have grown as independent disciplines. It is said that whole life is a big schooling. So one is never too old to learn. So what is necessary is the willingness to learn. All knowledge is possible through the two eyes, curiosity and desire. Now, if you come to research methodology in commerce, because see, nowadays commerce is growing beyond our imagination, because we almost earlier we never had computers in our curriculum. So now almost all the universities have included curriculum. Therefore, we are giving a lot of importance for IT related subjects, and therefore we are getting very good response from the industry to appoint our graduates, that is undergraduate or postgraduate students to their organizations. So therefore, it is our responsibility to see that. So we should give good education or good information to the students through innovations and through other methods. Okay, suppose if you come to the faculty development program in research methodology. Now, it's a good topic because see, when we do research, particularly in social science, so there is no hard and fast tool to do this way or that way like that. So even though there are some guidelines are there, but we normally practice different methods or different procedures in each and every universities. For example, science. In science, science is actually research is based on the experiments and results. But in social science, it's not based on the results and other things. Even though we claim that by using statistical tools, we get the information based on that we can, but in reality, it's not so. So therefore, why this research methodology is very important in the sense, now because many people are researchers, even guides also follow different methods. For example, in some universities, they actually put summary of findings, conclusions, suggestions in the first chapter itself. Some universities give less importance for the research methodology chapter. So there will not be any statement of the problem or properly objective studies or review of literature will not be there. Okay, so that means by passing some remarks, so they used to do research, but it should not be, because we also more or less professional course. We should completely depend on the result should be completely based on our assessment, based on our analysis. So based on by using statistical tools, we should come to a conclusion and they should give some concrete suggestions. So otherwise there will not be any value for our research. For example, when I heard that in science, for 32 pages they got PhD. So, but in social science research, I had seen actually a thesis consisting of 800 pages. That means it has been made in 2 volumes, first volume and second volume. So that means why I am referring all these things in the sense. So quantity is not the important; it's only quality is important. So number of pages is not the criteria to award degrees. For example, if your thesis do not follow the procedures, because I had valued more than 150 or even more thesis. So out of that only 10 to 15%, to some extent we can say 5% we can say it is excellent. Now the quality has come down, particularly in commerce education, because every person wants to do research. So for getting degree sake they are doing research, but it should not be. Okay, so therefore, so my humble submission is, please select the topic, because earlier we used to refer the books like Pauline V. Young and Wilkinson Bhandarkar, O.R. Krishnaswamis, and these type of books we used to refer even for minute this thing. So now every information is, because it's only now cut and paste. So when we did our research, you should have seen that means 500,000 pages we used to write, we used to change that means all the write-ups based on the guides suggestion, based on other things. So that means we used to follow certain principles. So now because research has been made very easy, that means we'll appoint one statistician. So we'll give all the information to the statistician. We'll go for cut and paste method. So it should not be. So what say research means one should contribute something. That means a problem should be selected, and one should contribute something to the existing knowledge. Otherwise, what's the purpose of doing research? So we used to say that a problem output is half solved. That means a problem should be selected on the basis of whether it is really required or whether is there any problem. That means to find out some solutions, we should select such problems. Otherwise, it's of no use doing research only for getting a degree or getting a PhD, for getting promotion or to get 2 or 3 increments. So that means we should not conduct such research. So research means, so there should be some purpose. Purpose should be served. So that means all the procedures, for example, you should select the good topic and you should follow all the research methods. The statement of problem should be clearly defined, and review of literature should be clearly done. Okay, so then only the researcher should find out the gaps, research gaps. Otherwise, suppose if he has not done the review of literature properly, means you cannot find out the gaps. So therefore, proper statistical tools should be selected. It should be analyzed. Okay, so then hypothesis should be tested properly. So based on that, you should come to a conclusion. So otherwise, so without following all these things, because I had seen, for example, any topic which is selected in Karnataka, for example, say research on consumer durable products in Karnataka, the same topic will be selected in Andhra Pradesh or Kerala. So that means, I had heard that, so many even guides actually guided 60, 70 PhDs and by only changing the wrapper, even such guides also. But so now as the conscious people and also ethical people, so we should not involve in such activities. That means you should really contribute something to the existing knowledge, and you should find out, then the findings should be useful to the society or industry or to the government or to the policy makers. Otherwise, so such research should not be conducted. Even for example, in case of summary findings, conclusions and suggestions. So in many, I have seen many theses, that means there will not be any conclusions. So without conclusions, we are going to find out the problems. So therefore, based on the some findings, conclusions are nothing but it's the questions. So you are going to, that means do some sessions based on that, and also future research for purpose. So therefore, so all these principles should be followed, and please refer standard books. For example, as already mentioned, Pauline V. Young. Now these books are out of print, but please go to libraries, old libraries, you are going to get such books, or Wilkinson Bhandarkar, okay, or O.R. Krishnaswamy books. They are all actually source of material. They are all actually the good books for conducting research. That means if you follow such books or if you refer such books, and definitely your thesis will be of qualitative this thing. So therefore, why I mentioned all these things in the sense. So nowadays, because we have seen many, because our friends will be there, our counterparts will be there in another university, because my thesis will go there, his thesis will come to me. So we don't want to hurt, or we don't want to that means give any this thing. So therefore we award degree by mentioning some remarks, but it should not be. So quality research should be conducted. So therefore these type of faculty development programs definitely helps you to come out with all those things, and you can do good research. So therefore I congratulate all the resource persons who agreed, because I heard that Professor K. Irish is, because he is a what we can say, Bishnu Pitamaha of Commerce in Karnataka, senior most professor, who is going to deliver, and my other friends, Professor Balwinder Singh and so others are going to deliver lectures on this. So definitely you will be benefited from, particularly Balwinder Singh. So I think he is going to deliver on statistical tools. He is very good in statistical tools. So therefore, please make use of this 1 week faculty development program, so that it will come to rescue when you are doing research. So please contribute something good to the existing knowledge. Don't do research for getting degree sake. I once again congratulate Professor Alasigi and his team for organizing the wonderful faculty development program for 10 days during COVID time. So I once again I wish all the participants. I think definitely you will be benefited and you will enjoy the lectures. Okay, so I wish you all the best. I sincerely acknowledge the opportunity given to me to inaugurate and being the part of this. I once again express my sincere gratitude to all the research scholars and teachers for their contribution through the videos. Thank you very much. Once again, wish you all the best.
Good morning, one and all present here in this inaugural program of the 1 week online faculty development program. It's my pleasure to thank all the dignitaries who are present here in the inaugural session. I, on behalf of the Commerce Department and all the faculty members of the Department of Commerce, I thank wholeheartedly our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Ramachandra Gowda sir, who has given us an opportunity to organize this 1 week national FDP on research methodology. I thank him wholeheartedly. Sir, thank you so much. At the same time, I thank our beloved registrar of our university, Professor Basavaraj Padmashali sir, who has given us guidance for organizing this 1 week national faculty development program and taken care in organizing all the 7 days resource person and other activities. So I thank on behalf of our department and all the faculty members, sir, thank you so much. And at the same time, I thank the registrar evaluation of our university, Professor Hurkadli sir, and the finance officer of our university, Professor D.N. Patil sir, who has supported us in organizing and making this 1 week national online faculty development program. Thank you, sirs. And at the same time, I thank the chairman of our department, Professor S.O. Halasgi, who is instrumental in organizing and who has taken lots of effort in identifying the resource person and conducting this 1 week national program. Thank you so much, sir. And at the same time, I take this opportunity to thank our senior professor of department, Professor H.Y. Kamble sir, for helping us and supporting all the time, who is the backbone of our department for conducting this faculty development program. And thank you so much, sir. Also, I thank Professor S.B. Akash sir, who is always guiding us how these sessions are going to be organized and how the faculty development program is to be conveyed. I also thank him wholeheartedly. Thank you so much, sir. I also thank all the conveners, Professor Sachindra sir, Ashwini madam, Nadaf madam, and our colleagues Manjunatha Mundaragi and Maradi sir for being support in organizing this 1 week national faculty development program. I also take this opportunity to thank on behalf of our department who is supporting all the time, that is Special Officer to the Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Jayappa sir, for supporting us in conducting this 1 week online faculty development program. At the last, I thank all the resource persons, academicians who have contributed and supported us in organizing 1 week national faculty development program and send their videos for making this 1 week national faculty development program a grand success. Thank you one and all for your support and guidance. Thank you, sir. I also thank Professor Santosh Rajput sir, Rachaya sir, Reshma Dange madam, and our Iranna for supporting and who has taken initiation and supported us for making this event a grand success. Thank you one and all.